Was Seth Rollins the one between Brock Lesnar and Braun Breaker where there was a lot of tension? A tough fight's beginning. What about Seth Rollins? What faction, in comparison to the Bloodline, is Seth Rollins being shown as much weaker and like a flatterer type? Will Paul Heyman take Randy Orton instead of Cody Rhodes? But Cody twisted his ankle, which was hinted at in today's SmackDown. Friends, today, are you strong enough for SmackDown? But it can be called a good show. Who is in Seth Rollins' team? Bronson Reed. He only works to get beaten. That Bronson in today's SmackDown revealed his finisher. The legend killer Randy Orton got pinned by the Tsunami. That means someone as big as Randy Orton got defeated. Determining the future of Bronson Reed is a big deal. From that, it seems WWE is working on Bronson Reed's movement just like Braun Breaker. Bronson Reed is also being built as a future big star. Besides, friends, Randy Orton being pinned in today's SmackDown doesn't mean Randy Orton is a weak man. He's a superstar. The event of Randy Orton being pinned means WWE is slowly starting a storyline between Randy Orton and Cody Rhodes, which will take us later to Survivor Series. It will be seen all around. You spoke very well. Friends, if we talk about today's SmackDown, then today Cody Rhodes started SmackDown. Then Paul Heyman introduced Rhodes to Seth Rollins. Both tried to surround him with their flattery. But then Randy Orton came to the ring. And from here, Paul Heyman started trying to make Randy Orton and Cody Rhodes stand against each other. Paul Heyman said, in today's match, you can do whatever you want. But the winners will be Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed. But if today Cody Rhodes gets pinned, Randy Orton will say that he is the undisputed champion. And even if Randy Orton gets pinned, he will say, Cody Rhodes, where were you? Why didn't you come to save me? Friends, this is how, in today's SmackDown, Paul Heyman is trying to create a rift between Randy Orton and Cody Rhodes. Friends, if we talk about today's match in SmackDown's main event, when the match happens, Braun Breaker jumps out of the ring with great force, crosses the barricade. And Randy Orton, after hitting Bronson Reed with a DDT, tries to create an argument. Then Seth Rollins comes and hits Randy Orton with a curb stomp. After that, Bronson Reed hits Randy Orton with a powerful tsunami and pins him to win the match. After that, friends, when applying the curb stomp, Rollins kicks Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes reverses it and hits Rollins with a crossroads, which makes it seem like somewhere WWE is making Seth Rollins look a bit weaker in comparison to Roman Reigns. Because Roman Reigns, with his bloodline, has never been defeated. If he were in trouble, the Usos would come to save him. But Seth Rollins, WWE makes him lose in front of his own team. Friends, if we talk about Brock Lesnar, there's a rumor that when WWE slowly dives into pushing Braun Breaker, if Seth Rollins' team tries to give him a big push, this thing won't sit well. And then Seth Rollins tells Paul Heyman that Brock Lesnar should go through Braun Breaker. And they'll launch a strong attack on Breaker, which will later lead to a Brock Lesnar vs. Braun Breaker match, which we might see at WrestleMania 42. But still, friends, what do you think? You can let us know through comments. Roman Reigns is once again dominating the WWE conversation, capturing the attention of fans and analysts alike with his recent actions and the signals he's sending about the future of his storylines. His return to interfere in the steel cage match between Seth Rollins and CM Punk wasn't a casual appearance, it was a statement. Reigns, the tribal chief, has made it clear that he is ready to address unresolved business, and his trajectory seems to point toward a confrontation with one of WWE's most decorated champions. Veteran wrestling analyst Bill Apter has suggested that before Reigns pursues more championship gold, he is likely to settle one of his most personal rivalries, a feud that has roots stretching back to his Shield days. From the very beginning, the bond and tension between Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins have defined much of their careers. Their history is intertwined with both camaraderie and betrayal, creating a rivalry that feels intensely personal rather than purely scripted. The matches they have shared over the years are often more than just athletic contests. They are storytelling at its finest, loaded with layers of emotion, resentment, and long-standing grudges. Each encounter between the two carries with it echoes of past betrayals, with Rollins' own reputation as the visionary adding to the dramatic tension. His resilience, skill, and understanding of in-ring psychology make him a formidable opponent for Reigns, one capable of matching the tribal chief blow for blow, both physically and narratively. Apter, speaking on the Wrestling Time Machine, emphasized that Reigns is unlikely to find satisfaction until he faces Rollins once more. The bad blood between them goes far beyond the traditional WWE storyline. It has become something personal, something that both men carry with them into every match and promo segment. Rollins, who has captured 16 titles across his career in WWE, represents not just another challenge but a significant personal milestone for Reigns. He isn't merely a stepping stone on Reigns' path to further accolades. He is a target with his own achievements and history, someone who understands the stakes on a level that few can. That dynamic alone elevates any potential showdown between the two, transforming it from a standard main event into a battle with legacy implications. Every interaction between them carries weight, and fans recognize the significance of seeing these two clash at the top of the card once more. The timing of this potential matchup only adds to the anticipation. Reigns has been wrestling less frequently in recent months, and that scarcity enhances the impact of each appearance he makes. When he does step into the ring, it is an event in itself, a moment that fans eagerly anticipate because of the stakes involved. That aura of rarity, combined with Rollins' relentless drive and ability to tell a story in the ring, creates the perfect conditions for a high-profile, high-stakes match. The pairing of these two men, both of whom excel at making every move and every moment count, ensures that any encounter will carry an intensity that few other matches can replicate. It's a combination of skill, history, and narrative significance that WWE can build into a blockbuster event. Rumors have already started circulating about when this confrontation could occur. Many insiders and fans speculate that a stage as grand as WrestleMania 41 could be the ideal setting, allowing WWE to capitalize on the long-standing history between Reigns and Rollins. Such a booking would create a storyline that not only appeals to long-term fans familiar with the deep history of the Shield, but also draws in newer audiences by presenting a high-stakes match with clear emotional and personal implications. The idea that Rollins might return to SmackDown has also been hinted at in WWE programming, which would place him directly in Reigns' path, further fueling speculation and fan interest. These moves are strategic, ensuring that WWE can craft a narrative that gradually builds anticipation and maximizes the payoff when these two finally collide in the ring. The chemistry between Reigns and Rollins cannot be understated. Over the years, their in-ring encounters have demonstrated an understanding of timing, psychology, and storytelling that elevates every match beyond just athletic performance. Both men are capable of blending technical prowess with dramatic flair, which makes their clashes not only physically demanding but also emotionally compelling. Reigns, with his dominant presence and aura of inevitability, creates a constant pressure that tests Rollins' adaptability and resilience. Rollins, in turn, thrives under such pressure, often finding ways to counter, innovate, and challenge Reigns in ways that keep audiences invested in guessing. That dynamic ensures that when these two finally meet again, the match will be remembered not only for its athleticism, but for the story it tells and the history it represents. Another factor contributing to the excitement surrounding this potential matchup is the way WWE has gradually built the narrative leading to it. By allowing Reigns to interfere in key matches, creating tensions with Rollins indirectly through other storylines, and teasing the possibility of a SmackDown return, WWE has slowly layered intrigue and suspense. These narrative beats give fans multiple points of engagement, encouraging speculation and discussion across social media, fan forums, and wrestling media outlets. Each small segment or tease adds to the overall anticipation, ensuring that when the eventual confrontation occurs, it feels like a culmination of months or even years of storytelling. That careful packing is one of WWE's strengths when it comes to crafting high-stakes feuds, and the Reigns-Rollins rivalry exemplifies that approach perfectly. The stakes for this potential encounter are immense, both in terms of personal pride and legacy. Reigns' reputation as an almost unstoppable force, a tribal chief who has rarely been defeated, makes him a daunting opponent for anyone. Rollins, on the other hand, has a career defined by versatility, resilience, and a proven ability to rise to the occasion in the biggest moments. Combining these two forces in a single match ensures that the audience is treated to an event that balances high-impact action with meaningful storytelling. The narrative weight is just as significant as the in-ring action, as both men are acutely aware of what this match represents for their careers and for their legacies within WWE history. It is not simply a matter of who wins or loses. It is about the storytelling, the emotional payoff, and the long-term implications for each competitor. Ultimately, the anticipated clash between Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins promises to be one of the most talked-about events in WWE's near future. The blend of history, personal rivalry, and in-ring chemistry creates a storyline rich with tension and anticipation. Fans are eager to see whether Reigns can finally settle unfinished business, and whether Rollins can assert his place as a top-tier competitor capable of matching the tribal chief blow for blow. With the possibility of WrestleMania 41 serving as the backdrop, the narrative stakes are elevated even further, offering a perfect stage for a showdown that has been years in the making. Every appearance, interference, and tease has been carefully orchestrated to ensure that when these two finally meet, it will be a clash worthy of the history and legacy both men have built. Roman Reigns' presence, though infrequent, continues to dominate storylines and captivate audiences. His aura of dominance combined with Rollins' relentless determination ensures that any match between them will be memorable, physically demanding, and emotionally charged. As WWE continues to build toward this potential encounter, the tension and anticipation among fans will only grow, setting the stage for a moment that has the potential to define a chapter in both men's careers. From their shared history to the high stakes involved, this feud represents one of WWE's finest storytelling opportunities, promising a match that is as significant narratively as it is in the ring. Fans will be watching closely, and when the time comes, the collision between Reigns and Rollins will likely be remembered as a defining moment in WWE history, showcasing the combination of personal rivalry, championship stakes, and masterful storytelling that only these two competitors can deliver.